Today's yoga class is dedicated to all those people that are dealing with grief and loss at the moment. We'll begin in our seated easy pose. This is a really good one just for calming the mind. Just notice how your breath feels, how your body feels. Keeping yourself in the present. Just notice how calming your body feels right now. Remember to focus on your breath if your mind wanders. And take some deep belly breaths, so nice and slow in through the nose, filling up your stomach first, middle chest and lungs last. And on the exhale, we'll push out from the top first, middle chest and belly last. Now's a good time to practice your Ujjayi breath. It's that breath that almost sounds as if you're pre-snoring, so really deep into the nasal passage so that you can hear your own breath. Continue with that breath, nice and slow. Follow that breath into the belly, all the way up to the top of the lungs, and all the way back down again. So we'll take a deep breath in, raise your arms above your head. Exhale, left hand to right knee, right arm behind you. Create that twist. Inhale, back to center, arms above. Exhale, right hand to left knee, left hand behind you. Inhale, center, and twist to the right again. Inhale, center, and exhale to the left. One more each side, so inhale, center, and exhale to the right. So you're doing this nice and slow on your inhales and exhales. We're just remaining present in this moment. And come back to center. Swing the legs out from underneath you, coming onto your knees, seated knees. You can widen your knees a little bit. Take a deep breath in and then just fold forward, come into child's pose. Resting your head on the mat or on a block or bolster, whatever's comfortable. Take a deep breath in, standing up on your knees, widen the knees to hip width apart. Reach back with your right hand to your right foot or your right heel. Inhale, back up. Exhale, we'll do the left side. So you'll feel that stretch all down the front of your your stomach, your thigh, quads. And then exhale, fold forward into child's pose again. Child's pose is really calming, and it regulates the breath. It's a good resting pose. So inhale, standing up on your knees. Exhale, reach back with your right hand. Inhale, standing up on your knees again. Exhale, reach back to your heel with your left hand. And then inhale, exhale, fold forward into child's pose. Widen those knees a bit further if you like. This is all about comfort and being kind to yourself. Walk the hands over to the right hand side of your body. Feel that stretch down the left hand side of your body, especially the arm, the hips. And then we'll walk the hands over to the left hand side. Just notice where you feel that stretch. Coming around onto all fours, so knees stacked directly under the hips, hands under the shoulders. We'll do our cats and cows. So on the inhale, you lift your head up and push your belly button towards the ground. On the exhale, rounding the spine and pull your belly button in to try to reach your spine. So inhale and exhale. We'll just get a little creative here. So inhale, reach forward. Exhale, push back into child's pose. Inhale, push your pelvis and your upper body forward, pushing into up dog. And then exhale, pushing back into child's pose. Inhale, forward, up dog. And exhale into child's pose. Really good for stretching hip flexors and abdominal muscles as we push into up dog and then down dog. We'll just do some circles. So just following your head around in a circular motion. Inhale when you go forward and exhale as you come back. Come up into tabletop again. Reach forward with your right leg and left arm. Tuck on the exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, stretch out. Elbow to knee, exhale. Inhale, stretch. Inhale, exhale, knee to elbow. Now reach around with your left hand and grab the inside of your right foot and push up. Push up with your thigh. Release, and we'll do the other side. Take a deep breath in, left leg out, right arm out, and exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, stretch out. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale and exhale. One more stretch out and reach around and grab that foot. Push up with the thigh. Really feel that stretch down the front of your body, opening up our chest and abdominal muscles. Hands back to the mat. Tuck the toes. Then we'll push our hips up towards the sky and come into downward dog. This is really good for calming the mind, and we're actually flushing the brain with fresh oxygen as we're doing this inverted pose. Just gently and slowly stretch those calves and Achilles towards the mat. Lean forward into a plank, and we'll do our chaturanga or fall-in pose. So chin, chest, and then push up into up dog. Tuck the toes, push back into downward dog. We'll do this a couple more times. Just a nice, slow, gentle warm-up flow. Plank, chin, chest, pushing up into up dog. Keeping the shoulders away from your ears. Tuck the toes again, untuck the toes, push back, downward dog. Do again, walk the feet towards the hands. So you can start with your knees bent, we're just slowly waking up the hamstrings. Grab your elbows and just ragdoll here, letting your upper body just flop here. You can say no's by going side to side, and then you can say yeses by bobbing your head up and down, just keeping your forward fold. Reaching your hands to the mat, bend the knees, flatten the back, straighten the legs, flatten the back, bend the knees and straighten the knees, straighten the back, bend the knees and straighten the knees, straighten the back. Bend the knees, sweep your fingertips past your feet and come up into chair. Lifting your toes, sitting down in your invisible chair, hands to heart center, and take the left elbow over your right knee. And you can straighten the arms out if that's comfortable for you. We're opening up our chest, hands to heart center again, sweep the hands past the feet into chair, and we'll do the other side. So hands to heart center, right elbow over left knee. Again, you can straighten the arms out, opening up your body, opening your heart. Hands to heart center, come back to chair, and standing up in mountain pose. Should be nice and warm by now. Take a deep breath in, arms above the head, and fold forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, hands to the mat. Take your feet back. You can go one at a time, or you can jump the feet back into plank. Do your version of chaturanga, pushing into up dog. Deep breath in, and on the exhale, push back into downward dog. Three-legged dog with the right foot up, and swing that in between your palms, coming up into warrior one. Knee stacked over ankle, pelvis facing forward. Then swing around into warrior two. Flip the palm, lean forward, inhale. Exhale as you reach back over your head with your right arm. Left arm down the back leg. Come back to warrior two. Drop your elbow to knee. Swing that left arm up over your head. Feel that stretch. Come back to warrior two. Cartwheel the hands to the mat. Right leg back into plank. Do your version of chaturanga, so knees, chin, chest into up dog. Push back into down dog. We'll swing the left leg up and through the palms, that foot between the hands. Come up to warrior one, then into warrior two. All our warrior sequences are really great for calming the mind and relaxing the body. Do your reverse warrior. Warrior two, and then drop the elbow to knee, swing the right arm up and over your head, creating that nice straight line between fingertips and toes. Back to warrior two, cartwheel the hands to the mat, take the left leg back into plank, knees, chin, chest, chaturanga version, into cobra, push back into downward dog, drop the knees to the mat and just sit your bum down on your feet, rest your head on the mat in child's pose. You can spread the knees out to the long edges of your mat just to create a deeper stretch in the groin area. Our hips and pelvic area is where we hold all our emotions, so this is a really great release for our time of need. Just relaxing your whole body here. It's a good resting pose. Helps us regulate our breath and helps keep us calm as well. So we're going to push up into a Malasana squat. So keep your feet wider than hip width, toes facing out, heels facing in, elbows pushing on the knees to widen the hips, palms together in heart center. Just notice how that feels. You can push up into a goddess pose, so bending the knees into sitting and cactus arms, and then drop back down into your Malasana squat. Let your bum sit on the floor. Place the underneath of your feet, both feet facing each other, so your toes and heels are touching. We'll do our butterfly pose. This is a great hip opener. Again, opening up our hips is opening up all our emotions. Just pulsate the knees, the legs, like your butterfly wings are flapping. Nice and gentle. And we'll do a half butterfly as well after this. So you can work out which one works better for you. So keeping your back nice and straight, shoulders down away from your ears. Remember to breathe nice and slowly, consciously. Okay, straighten the right leg out and tuck the left foot into your thigh while you're still seated on the mat. And just lean forward, grab your ankle or shin or knee. Trying not to curve round your back, you're actually trying to fold forward at the hips. Feel that stretch, release those emotions. Come back to center and then we'll swap legs. So left leg out, right foot tucked into the thigh, and fold forward, leaning over that outstretched leg. You can use a strap here if you need to make it more accessible, to bring your head closer to your leg. Release that one. And we'll actually lay down on the mat with the knees bent. Keep the feet nice and close to the buttocks. So we'll push up into bridge pose, so pushing your pelvis up towards the sky. Really feel that front stretch. With our bridge pose, this is a really calming and reduces anxiety, also improves your digestion, which you're possibly hanging on to during this stressful time. So we're opening up our chest, tucking the shoulder blades underneath us and really pushing the pelvis up towards the sky. Feet, ankles should be directly under the knees. And when you release, just take your back vertebra at a time down onto the mat. Take your arms out to the sides in a T. Straighten the legs up into the air, feet in the air. Take a deep breath in, and then on the exhale, we'll slowly take the legs out to your right hand side. If it's not comfortable, feel free to bend your knees. Just notice how that stretch feels. It's a really good back twist and belly twist. Come back to center on the inhale, and exhale, drop your legs over to the left with your head looking over your right shoulder. Completely letting go. Let your shoulders relax down into the mat. Just take deep breaths here and you'll notice that you'll naturally relax. So inhale, bringing the legs back to center. Take them out onto the floor, onto your mat, and come into Shavasana. This is where we'll completely let go of everything. Let the mat and Mother Earth hold you right now. Let your feet drop out to the sides, palms facing upwards, shoulders away from your ears, nice and relaxed. And just feel that support from the earth, from your mat. If you find your mind wandering, just bring it back to noticing how your inhale feels and exhale feels. Does it feel hot? Does it feel cool? Traveling in through the nostrils. Notice it filling up your lungs and belly. Try to notice every part of that breath. You can even take some really big, deep sighs here to help release all that energy that you've unblocked through all the poses in this sequence. Start to wake, bring awareness back into the body by wriggling the fingers and toes. When you're ready, roll over onto your right hand side in the fetal position. This is a really good comforting position. If ever you feel that the world gets too much, this is where you come. Reminiscent of being in the mother's womb. When you're ready, just push yourself back up into your easy seated pose, whether that's cross-legged or legs out in front, whatever works for you. Just keeping your back nice and straight, shoulders down and relaxed. Again, just noticing your breath, being aware of breath, being grateful for your body and your mind for what you've done today in this practice. Be grateful for the lessons that you've learned through your grief and loss. Look at the positive sides of what you gained before. It's okay to grieve, and it's also okay to let go. My heart goes out to you. If you place your left hand on your heart and your right hand on your belly, this is a really good comforting position, a self-compassion position for whenever you need it. If you don't have someone nearby to hug, give yourself that hug by doing this. I dedicate this practice to my best friend, Nickers. Forever in my heart, forever part of my soul. Thank you for joining me for today's lesson. Love and light to you all.